Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. In today's video, I'm gonna be cleaning my oven. I cleaned it a few weeks ago in my apartment deep clean video that you guys would have seen. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it up here in the cards. But I wasn't really happy with the results. I felt like it wasn't like completely clean when I was done with it. So I did what anyone would do when they want to know how to clean their oven better. I went to TikTok and I found that TikTok actually has a plethora of information on how to clean your oven. And so what I found, the common denominator, the common thing that everyone was using was this stuff, this Dawn Power Wash Spray. So I bought some, I'm gonna try it. There's like a whole method to this cleaning method apparently that everyone's using on TikTok. So I need to watch the video, refresh my memory on how to do it, and then I'm gonna take you with me and try it in my own oven, my actually dirty oven that needs to be cleaned. I'll show you a before and after. We'll see if this method actually works, if I think that this is worth it. I've tried this, you can see it's like a little bit's been used. I've tried it on my dishes, I tried it on my stovetop. So far, I'm not like super impressed with this product, but from what I've seen on TikTok, apparently it cleans the ovens really, really well. So we'll see how this goes. So here is our oven before we clean it. You can see all of those streaks in the back. That has been there for a long time. That's what I couldn't get off the last time I cleaned it. So I'm hoping I can get all those like streakiness, that dirtiness off today. But it's pretty dirty all the way through. There's stuff caked on the bottom. And then a little bit on like the door too. I also saw on TikTok you can unscrew this part of your door and apparently clean like underneath or in between the glass, because there is a little streak here. That one right there is like in between. It's not on this top layer. So I didn't even know you could clean that, but apparently you can. We'll try that. As I was taking out my oven grates, this fell out. This is a completely charred French fry. Clean your oven, people. Okay, so according to this video I watched, you first spray with this Dawn Power Spray. The one I got is the apple scent. It actually smells really good, but it is strong. I'm kind of anticipating that I'm gonna like pass out because it is a very strong smell, all in a very small concentrated area. So hopefully like the rest of the food that I cook for the rest of all time doesn't smell like apples, but I'm gonna use this. And then after you spray it with that, like while that's still sitting on the oven, I'll show you what I mean. You spray with a water and vinegar solution, which by the way is a great like just general day-to-day all-purpose kind of cleaner to have in your house if you don't already have a bottle of water and vinegar. I use this literally every day to like wipe down counters and stuff like that. It's not gonna be like the best degreaser, but it's just like a good day-to-day if you need to just like spray something down and wipe it. This is the best and costs virtually no money. Also, in terms of like actual scrubbing power, I bought one of these Scrub Daddies. It's actually what the lady uses in the TikTok that I watched, but the reason I bought it was because one of you guys recommended it to me, maybe in that kitchen deep clean video. I think one of you guys mentioned it to me there, but it's just this really like stiff, hard sponge type thing. And supposedly it's really good for cleaning ovens. I could see how this would work well, so we'll see. I also bought some gloves because I always slice up my hands on like that metal, like the burner part of your oven. I don't know what you call that, but I always slice up my hands on that thing. So I finally invested in a cheap pair of like $2, that's my big investment, my $2 rubber gloves that I'm gonna use to do my scrubbing. So I started out with this Dawn Power Wash Spray and coated my entire oven. I sprayed so much on there that my hand was literally getting sore from spraying, but I just wanted to give this like the best shot possible at working. So I put a really, really heavy amount. I think I used like almost half of this bottle on my oven and just absolutely coated the entire thing. Then I went in with my water and vinegar spray. Looking back now, I wonder if this is really the right thing to do because I feel like it kind of made some of the
power wash spray start to roll off of the sides, but this is what the lady in the TikTok video did, so that's what I did.
Now we let this sit for 20 to 30 minutes and hopefully we can scrub it clean.
While I waited for those products to soak on my oven, I basically did the same method on my oven racks. So I sprayed it with that Dawn Power Wash spray and then sprayed it with the water and vinegar mixture and let it sit for a little bit and then scrubbed it off with a Scrub Daddy sponge. I was actually pretty impressed with this sponge. It kind of takes the place of steel wool, but it really like gets around each one of the grates in this oven rack. But I was impressed that even when I was done using it, not only on the oven racks, but also like in my oven, I used it. I rinsed it off and it literally looked brand new. Like it didn't look disfigured or anything. Even after I used it pretty heavily and put a lot of elbow grease into it, it still looked brand new. So pretty impressed with this little Scrub Daddy thing. Then I just did the exact same method on that second oven rack, and by then it was time to move on to my oven.
Okay, after cleaning my oven racks with that Dawn Power Wash and Vinegar method, along with the Scrub Daddy, first of all, I will say, I wasn't expecting this to get like so soft. It's like really, really hard when you buy it, which all sponges are that way. So I don't know why I didn't expect this one to like soften up, but it did. So it's like flexible. It's very similar, honestly, to steel wool. I feel like in like what it does. So I don't know if you need this over some steel wool, although it might last a little bit longer because steel wool, I feel like it just starts to like fall apart pretty fast. So I don't know, jury's still out on this one. I'll update you guys in future cleaning videos as to whether or not I'm like loving this or feel like it's not really worth it. It's not that expensive, but it is more expensive than like a pack of steel wool. So anyway, let me show you the oven racks. From afar, these look very sparkling clean, but if you get up close, you can still see just a little bit. Let me find something like this. You can see a little bit of discoloration. I don't know if any of you guys are like professional cleaners or anything and you know, like, is this even something that can be cleaned, or is this just like what happens to the metal over time? I don't know. It's definitely clean enough for me and my purposes. I'm happy with it, but it's not like perfect. It doesn't look like, you know, two brand new oven racks if that's what you're going for. But honestly, I feel like it looks pretty darn clean. So I would say for me, it works.
At this point, I moved on to cleaning out my oven. As you can see, I had to take off my long sleeve, like shirt jacket thing that I had on because I kept like getting it in the cleaning product. And then I had to put my hair up. So this is definitely not a glamorous job, but I used that Scrub Daddy sponge like I was talking about earlier. And after using it on my oven and also just having it for a few days, it's been a few days now that I'm filming this voiceover. It's been a few days since I've had this Scrub Daddy, and I've been able to use it on a few different things like pots and pans and stuff. And I will say I'm very impressed with it. It lasts super, super well. It's still, this day that I'm filming or that I'm recording this, it still looks like I just bought it. So I do definitely recommend a Scrub Daddy, or now they have like a bunch of other products too, like Scrub Mommy or something, like other sponges. But from my experience, they're super, super durable, and I definitely recommend them. Once everything was scrubbed down, I just went in with some paper towels and got kind of the bulk of these suds out. As you can see, I went back in and tried to scrub some areas that just still didn't completely get clean. You'll see there were some areas that just didn't get completely clean, but I was trying to get kind of the bulk of the moisture out with my paper towels, and then I went in with like a regular rag and kind of wiped down the rest. I sprayed it a little bit just because I felt like there was some residue left over from the soap, and just wiped it all down.
Well, this has been 2 hours of my life that I can't get back. Also, yes, this is a One Direction t-shirt. Let me show you. It's old school. Pretty sure I got it at Claire's when I was, I don't know, in high school. Let me show you this. These streaks are still here. No better than before. In fact, were those there before? You tell me. I can't remember. Some of this, I don't even know if it was there before. This still looks dirty. And this still has like It's hard to see with this reflection on the glass, but let me see if I can move to where you can see it. I can't get my camera to pick up on the little bits of like, I don't know, just like streakiness and dirtiness that's on this, but it's still there and I can feel it. Like I can feel that it's there, but I can't get it clean, and that did not work. So don't recommend this product. Honestly, to me, this is just like a fun way to dispense dish soap, essentially. It's not like, I don't know, in my opinion, it is not worth it at all. I have not liked it I mean, it's not bad on dishes, but it's not any better than regular dish soap on dishes. And it hasn't really worked anywhere else I've tried it. So not worth the money in my opinion. Next up though, I did also learn from TikTok a way to clean in between the two pieces of glass. I can't remember if I already said that or not. I'm a little nervous about it because it involves taking off this oven door, and hopefully I don't break my oven in the process. We'll see how this goes.
So to take off your oven door, there are these little hinges that you have to unlock kind of at the joint of your oven door, and then you have to lift it up. I found it was kind of higher than it even felt like it could go. You lift it up and then straight out, and just be prepared. It's a little bit heavy, so don't drop your oven door.
I'm getting ready to disassemble my oven here, but I wanted to show you my handy dandy little toolkit. This is super nice to have. If you are someone who isn't handy and you don't live with someone who is handy and has like a proper giant toolbox with all of the tools you could ever need, I got this at Walmart. I will link it down below if you need like a set of tools. It's so handy. It has like, let me just show you. This top drawer has like a hammer, little screwdrivers, tape measure. This one has like this kind of screwdriver that has all the little removable heads, so you can have like every type of screwdriver you could ever possibly need. Pliers, things like that. I don't even know what half this stuff is. A wrench, whoa! A wrench and like all the wrench parts. I never use this, but if you are in need of just like a catch-all, all-encompassing for like a normal person, this little toolbox is super, super handy. It's also really organized and like everything fits nicely into its little spot, so it's easy to keep it organized. And anyway, I highly recommend it if you're in the market for a toolbox. I know that's super random, but I thought I'd share.
So you basically have to unscrew kind of the bottom half of your oven door so that you can lift it up slightly and clean in between, which is what I'm doing here. So I just sprayed some of that power wash. Even though I'm not loving the product, I decided to use that just to clean in between. It actually did work here. And I know I just said a minute ago that I never use the wrench, but I actually didn't end up having to use the wrench on some of the little bolts or whatever you call it, screws, I guess, that were holding my oven together. So spoke too soon on that one. Thankfully, it all came back together and I could reassemble my oven, which did take a little bit of finagling to get it back in its perfect spot, but eventually I got it. And just don't forget to re-lock those hinges when you're done.
Okay, let me give you one more look at the oven before I give you my final conclusion and we end this video out. Here's the final product with the oven racks back in. As you can see, there's still some crud that just I couldn't get up. And then the oven door has like condensation on it from that spray, which I'm hoping will just go away over time as like the oven is used. But I don't know if you remember, or I don't know if I got a good look at it, but there was like a streak in between and that did get cleaned up. So I'm really hoping this condensation goes away, because otherwise I'll have to literally take that oven door off again and try to get in there and wipe it down a little better. It was really difficult to like clean up in there because the whole thing didn't like come apart into two sections. You had to like reach something in there, which you guys already saw. So hopefully it goes away and this looks a little bit better. I think I might go ahead and run the oven cleaning setting on my oven. I've done that before, obviously, before trying all of this madness, but I'm gonna try it again and see if it does anything, and like getting rid of this condensation and also just getting that last little bit cleaned up. I kind of doubt it, but I might as well try. And here's what the oven looks like post running the self-clean mode.
honestly not that different in my opinion.
Alrighty, you guys, that is gonna end out today's video. I tried the TikTok oven cleaning method. That way you don't have to. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you found any value out of this video, hit that like button down below. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel for more cleaning motivation, cleaning tips, all the things. And I will see you guys again in the next one. Bye, guys.